Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Peace, love, happiness to you all. Hi, Mandy. How are you today? We are working in the Mystical Lands of Uchana. We're working on the Faerie Glayde today. Hopefully we can get this finished up. I'm just pulling my pencils out, getting everything sorted. Maybe move that over just a tad. How's that? I'm getting better at guessing where that should be. That's a little bit better. I know you can't see the bottom corner here. It'll be all right. We can pull it up when we get down there. We can pull that up. No problem. Today it's all about the coloring. There are all times in our lives where we just need to sit and relax and color. Hi, Sherry. How are you today? I know. It's been busy for you. I'm trying to pull out colors here. I'm doing a good job of not finding the ones I want. You know, I've got my handy dandy list over here of the colors that I've been using. Here, let me put these over here. Those are the colors I've been using, so I'm working on finding them in my tin over here, in my lovely tin. Hi, Ambient. How are you? Light umber I've got in my hand, I believe. Light umber. Canary yellow. Yeah, I know you are, Sherry. I know you are. It's good to see everybody today. It's very, very hot today and humid. Humid, not human. Although there are some humans around here today. My nephew's actually in the house with my mama right now. Her grandson. Spending some time together, so that's a nice day. You know, my eyes are getting old. And the doctor told my dad years ago that in the nursing home, everybody was going to be jealous of him because he was going to be able to read the small print as long as he took off his glasses. Well, that's now me too. If I want to read really small print, I got to take off my glasses to see it. So this writing on the pencils is a little bit small for me to actually see well for most of the colors. Well, there's my black grape. You know, black grape is one of those colors for me that's kind of a given. I'm going to be using it just on nearly every page I do. That's my shading color, my shadow color. I didn't use chocolate. There is Sandbar Brown. I'm glad I don't have to remember the colors anymore. I'm glad I started writing them down because I would be in trouble. The book is coming along nicely. I did take a few days off here to go kayaking and recover from kayaking. That is my one summertime physical activity that I really enjoy going and doing. So I do my best every opportunity comes up to go kayaking. Sherry used her black grape this morning combined with the Art X Violet. Nice. Let's see. Marine green, olive, peach beige. I've got light umber, canary yellow, Mediterranean blue. We need Mediterranean blue. There is Mediterranean blue. Violet. Light cerulean. Light cerulean is right there. Powder blue. Ooh, French gray 90. Oh, French gray 90 is right there. Oh, sandbar brown. It was after the violet. French gray 70. That is French gray 30. Cool gray. I don't need that one. So my back is still a little sore from doing that. There is French gray 70. Well, I found warm gray 20. If I can't find warm gray 30. You know, that's the one that gave me trouble last week, too. My mind doesn't have an eye for warm gray 30. You know, there are some pencils that you just know what they look like just by the name. You can immediately picture them in the head. And warm gray 30 is not one of them. Oops, I pulled out lemon, not canary. My bad. Go back in there, lemon. So it's harder for me to pick out of the box. I'm thinking about pulling out all the grays and just sticking all the grays in one box. I seriously am. This one has just given me so much trouble. Make sure it's not in my hand. Hey guys, guess what? It was in my hand. Found it! This week has just been one of those weeks for me where nothing has quite gone as planned. I lost my medication yesterday for a good hour. Oh, speaking of which, my apologies. Guess who didn't take her medicine yet today? Yesterday was one of those days that I just totally think I was gonna lose it, you know? Finally found the medicine, which is a good thing. But I was already on the phone with the insurance company asking for an emergency override for my medication when I finally found them, you know, an hour after I started looking. And they weren't in their usual place. They were all the way over on the other side, over here, where they didn't belong. Tell you what, I'm going to sharpen this pencil and we're going to get down to some coloring. It's just been one of those weeks, I'm telling you. Tried to burn dinner last night. You know how it goes. One wrong thing goes wrong and then everything else goes wrong. That was my day yesterday and so far today too. I had an extra bag of cat food over here up high where the cats shouldn't have even bothered with it, noticed where it was or anything like that. Somehow one of the cats found that bag last night while I was sleeping and dragged it all over the floor. And guess who did not have an hour to clean it up between the time I woke up and my live stream today? And I thought, you know what? You put it there, you can eat it there, I guess. I'll clean it up later, but I just didn't have time right now before we started here. So if you hear me go crunch, crunch on the floor, I have found yet another piece of cat food on the floor. Ah, life with cats. Learned my lesson, won't be doing that again. Oh no, Sherry, that's not cool. Oh man. Sherry was cooking dinner last night and her stove stopped working. That's not fun. Is landlord gonna get it fixed for you? They better. So it was a Monday for you. Oh my gosh, they're not? You get a brand new one this weekend. Oh, nice. No, it was not fun. You know, it's in those cases right there that I like having an alternate way to cook. Like an appliance I can plug in. Like I used to have an electric wok. And I love that thing. I cooked in an electric wok and a toaster oven for a year of my life. I even made biscuits and gravy in those two things. I cooked all my meals in it. If I wanted food, it either went into the electric toaster thing, toaster oven, or it went into the wok. You know, toaster oven is just one of those little jobbies like that. Got about room for 4 biscuits in it. Does anybody still use a toaster oven? I think they've been replaced by air fryers. Laura says, I loved my toaster oven until I got an air fryer. Hi, Laura. That's what I was just thinking. I think the air fryer. And you know, I got to thinking about the air fryer. My mom's stove has a button on it that you can push. And it's called Speed Bake, where it has a fan in the oven and it blows the air around and somehow it makes things cook faster. And I thought that's pretty much what an air fryer does. You don't use the toaster oven much unless you're doing pizza. Oh, nice. Oh, an Instapot. I don't have an Instapot. I don't have an air fryer. I have a campfire ring. If I'm really desperate, I can throw wood in there and cook over it, you know. But at least I know how to do that.
To the kettle singing on the stove, bare feet on a wooden floor, feel the morning glow. Neighbor plays a record from a cracked old sleeve. So Take it easy, brother, you got room to breathe. Sun come through the curtains in a golden light.
I like that.
And the air keeps steady in time. I don't need a fortune, I don't need a throne. Got a patch of earth and a heart of my own. Take a little weight off your shoulder.
Have you fully recovered from last week now, Laura? Took me a few days. Laura is who I go kayaking with usually during the summer. She's my kayaking buddy. We forgot the speaker last week for the music. But look, I've got it right here at my feet. Right here. Right by my coloring book container. So hopefully next time we go, I won't forget it. And we'll play some music. Some better music. You think you have? All right. Uh-oh, you're under a tornado warning? We get those a lot. We get a lot of threats of tornadoes here, and we do have some develop, and we do have some issues with them where I live, but anymore, I'm not scared of them. I'm just prepared, if that makes sense. We're like water on thirsty ground. Yeah, did you see what happened in Lafayette? Lafayette got a sudden torrential downpour the other day. Had a lot of stranded cars because it was unexpected. Pain instead of a grudge. You know the little nudge is a blessing passed around. Poured like water on thirsty ground. Love your neighbor, let grudges go. Live your days steady and slow. That's what you need to do right now, Sherry, after your big move. Live your life steady and slow for a while. Find your rest and a little peace. That was a huge move halfway across the country. Yeah, you saw the cars driving through it. It looked crazy. It absolutely did. That was insanity. But most of the time here, we have pretty good warning about bad weather coming in. Usually. They're pretty good at that kind of stuff. We were talking the other day, and this was one point I did want to make today. We talked about this a little bit on Friday. The lines on the page are just a suggestion of where to color. If you want to color outside the lines, you go for it. Ha! I know I laughed, but that's very true. Sherry had a severe thunderstorm the other night, and she did pretty good knowing it wasn't going to start a forest fire. No. Exactly. I know you had that threat all the time in California. That's one of those funny, not funny things. That's a relief. No, we have luscious greenness here. We generally do not have dry years or dry bouts. We stay pretty healthy as far as the weather goes. I mean, yeah, nobody likes it when it rains or anything like that, but we've got a nice balance usually between rain and sunshine here. Lots of farmland. Lots of lushness from nature all around. We don't need the wildfire either. You know, we don't have any of those. Is it the sequoias that require a fire? Gosh, I wish the artistic biker were here. In order for their seed pods to pop. They don't need a forest fire that gets out of control like that, you know, but to where it devastates them, but they need so much heat to get those seed pods to pop so they can replant themselves. See, I do need to pay more attention. I know he talked about it recently. Too much in my brain. This is French Gray 90. It makes an excellent dirt kind of color. And you know me, I like things not to look brand new often. So we're putting some dirt on the bridge. Down in the weeds. Putting some mud in. I like things to look imperfect. Like they've aged over time. Like there's something been living here, you know, or experiencing the world. Yeah, there are a lot of trees and wildflowers that requires a fire to replant. Oh wow, Sherry says there has been more rain since I have been here than I have had in the last 2 years in California. Oh wow. That's sad, Sherry. And we're going to get more rain this week. And if we think it's hot now, oh boy, wait till August. August, we may be finding air conditioning by then to duck into to color. Yep, I'm gonna do it. Write down my color. Put it on my cheat sheet here. Hello, Nikki. Yeah, I never like going back to work in August when it's the hottest. Yep, 81 right now. A little bit of Tuscan red. Happy Tuesday, Nikki.
There's a place folks don't reach anymore, where the land of neglected colored pencils stays, in a pile of almost used and forgotten days.
Remember, rotate your stock. Pay attention to colors that you don't color with very often. Don't make your colors feel bad for existing and not being used. This song always cracks me up. Joe, I can't say that enough times.
In the land of neglected colored pencils, we wait all slightly worn down by time and by fate. And I'm sitting there thinking, I used to be bold. Now I'm a
pencil that turned to gray. That was my black pencil. Sat in the drawer for so long, it wax bloomed itself. I'm never gonna forget pulling that out and seeing that.
There's a teal that complains it was too specific, a beige that insists it was always terrific, a line that's loud but nobody agrees, and a silver that flakes if you breathe too deep, a pink
silver that flakes if you breathe too deep. Oh.
Land of neglected colored pencils maze. The red says kid, you still got some bright blue roses eyes, yeah, barely right. And I chuckle low like an old cartoon.
I'm gonna sharpen this real quick. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Although it's not my drawing, I'm just coloring it. This is from the Mystical Lands of Uchana by Karen Myers. You can get it on Amazon. You can also pick up a digital download on Etsy. We are coloring this book cover to cover. We started at the very, very beginning, and we'll be going through the whole book over the next course of the months. However long it takes us to get through. This is our third week on this page. There's a lot of details on this nice Faerie Glayde. And this gives everybody a chance to catch up if you are just joining us. Or if you have been otherwise preoccupied. If y'all noticed, I intentionally slowed down because I knew Sherry was moving. And I didn't want Sherry to feel rushed because I love Sherry. Oh, that is weird. I have a translator on that sometimes translates things, so I wonder if you got something like that going on. Or if I've got it, or if I wonder if my translator is doing it one way and your translator is doing it another. I don't know. I do not know.
Stretching slow, days just begun. She curls up right beside my knee, blurring out a stick tree. Cuddle caravan rolling slow.
I mean, when I say I love Sherry, I love Sherry. She has been my number one fan, my number one supporter this whole time that I have been live streaming. She has become a dear, dear friend of mine. And ain't no way I'm gonna make her feel bad for moving. I am happy she moved. I don't want her to feel rushed anymore. You know? Coloring is a time to relax. Have some fun, have a chit chat. Maybe learn a thing or two along the way. We're not in a rush to do anything around here. I wanted Sherry to have the time to play catch up in her own time and not feel hurried. Because moving halfway across the country to be with your loved ones is a big friggin' deal. And I love her for it. I am not in any way, shape, or form upset with Sherry. I want everybody to understand I am genuinely happy and excited for her and for all her new opportunities where she's at. Spending time with the grandbaby and everything, who's not such a baby anymore. And there is the train. And usually when there's been a train lately, we've been pulling out another book and coloring a train picture. But that picture is pretty much done, so we're not going to do that today. But when I get the new book out, which will be soonish, we will get back into doing that because that's a lot of fun. There are train pictures in the new book for us to color together. Yay! So I don't have to be the only one coloring. 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. If you put 10 minutes a day towards coloring, it will lift your mood. It'll help you relax. If you sit down and do it. Every time the train goes by now, it makes me want to color. Every time I see a train or talk about a train or anybody mentions the word train. Oh, by the way, the Artistic Biker is going to be doing some trains. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Hey, surprise. On his morning show, he's going to be doing some trains. He's throwing them into the mix, and I'm excited about that. That will be so cool to see. I guess that was a flower I just covered. Oh well. We'll fix it. But we will get back into doing that once the book gets published. I've got some great pieces for you guys I think you're going to love that are in the new book. At least I hope you will love them as much as I do. I have spent I don't know how many hours on this book. Like I said, I just had to take a couple days off because I went kayaking, but that's all right. I'll get back to it this week. Get it submitted probably this weekend. Get the proofs done. next week. I want to get it done for July, so it's available in July. Goals, you know, goals. But there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on with that, and whew, dotting my I's and crossing my T's, you know. I want to make sure everything looks right the first time, so that I don't have to reproof it. Don't have to make any changes. This is just a French Gray 70, by the way. Put some mid darks in. You know, how many feet have crossed this path in our Faerie Glade? These are questions that go through my head when I'm coloring. Trying to hit my camera again. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate the support. I hope you have a beautiful day as well. Putting in a little bit of darks here. JRA, who just stopped in and said hello, is one of the contributors to the new book. The sunflower page that he made is going in the book. It was highly, highly, highly requested, and I have his permission to publish it. Get off of there. Get off of there. I got a little gnat bothering me. Go away. That's also available on my Facebook page, by the way, if you want to download and print it. You're more than welcome to do that and color it. I don't think he likes the attention, but all right. Yeah, worrisome gnat. All right, yeah. I'd love to have you check back and see how much we managed to get done today. Sherry has the moon and the big mushroom done. Oh, X is as tall as me and you? No way. Oh. And he's still got a ways to grow, too. He's gonna be a tall boy, sounds like. Depends on how fast I can color today. This page to me is one of those that just has all the details in it that I want to color. So will we get it done today? I don't know. Maybe. We will see. That's not the important part anyway. Important part is just sitting down and coloring. It's not in how much you do. You know, in life, coloring is the one thing I don't want to really be productive at. I have to be productive in so many other ways that when I sit down to color, I just want to have fun. You know? I don't want to be under pressure to hurry, hurry, hurry. I mean, as viewers, maybe you're tired of seeing this page. I don't know. I'm not, though. This is our third week on it, but like I said, there's a lot of details here, and I didn't want Sherry to feel left out. So I started detailing it because I knew it would take me longer if I paid attention to all the little tiny details on it. Well, now I can't stop doing that. Some pages do go faster than others, though. And maybe your page will go faster for you than mine has for me, and that's fine. Everybody colors at a different pace. But what I don't want is for anybody to feel left out or left behind while we do this project, you know? Bank rocks where the county fair stood. Tells me stories about a flatbed stage where folks stomp boots on a summer day. Mailbox rolls and a rusted gate. And I don't think 4 hours on one page is actually a lot. I really don't. So, you know, 12 hours on a page, I'm okay with that. All right, let me look, Sherry. If I have time. When I have time. Ah. I make time. It's my show. You know, I actually don't think that. I actually think if this is our show, you know. Right. Never have to justify yourself. Explaining for educational purpose or clarification is fine. Exactly. All right. Ooh. I love it, Sherry. There is Sherry's page so far. There's where she's at. I love that. I love the glow on the light and the little glow up under the mushroom there. I love that. That is so cute. Very nice. I love Sherry's color combinations. Like I said, we color very differently, and I love that about her. Black grape and Ardex violet mixed. Nice. That is a nice combination. I like that. Sat down on the porch, sun kissing my knee. Cat to sleep in the garden. All right, where were we? Let's put in some grass. We don't need much, just marine green and olive. That's what I've been using for the grass here. There's some little flowers here we're going to color. Little flowers here, little flowers there.
Tie-dye dreams and pot of black tea. Lover in the kitchen, singing off key. Feeling just right, like the world agrees. We don't need much, just rhythm.
I'm going to throw some green in here.
A little fresh air and a record on the road.
In between the flowers.
Let it take hold. No rush in our veins, no war in our minds. Peace in the picking and the space between the lines. We don't need much, just rhythm and soul. A little fresh air and a record on the road. Life's so jam, let it take hold.
Maybe a little mossy kind of pathway here. Marine has more brown in it than olive does. That's the difference between marine green and olive green. I like to use a wide variety in my grasses. Just to give it some interest.
Like smoke in the air, long road smiles, crooked miles, singing sweet to the radio dial. If I don't get there, it's alright. I got the stars and the dashboard light.
And of course, we need to put a little bit of this blue in here along the way. A little bit of blue on here.
Every detour's got a reason. Even rain just out there pleasing. What you lose, you find a song. If the jam is good, it won't be long. Long road smiles, crooked miles, singing sweet to the radio dial. If I don't get there, it's alright. I got the stars and the dashboard light.
Maybe about like that. Coloring is all about expressing what you want on the paper. It doesn't have to be any certain way. It doesn't have to look a certain way. What do you think belongs there? You know, what lives on your page? I heard a cat meowing and then it stopped. Don't know what it was meowing for. Didn't even see who was meowing. A gentle rain. Ivy's got a pencil set out on. Your TV will randomly kick you off YouTube and you don't know why. Hello, view. Now, why did it flag that? Oh, I know why. I know why. Because if you spell Mandie, it thinks the DIE means DIE. The YouTube algorithm does not recognize Mandie as a valid name. It thinks it's a bad word because it's got the word DIE in it. And I'm probably going to get censored just for that. But hi, view, and welcome in. You learn something new every day, don't you? You cannot have any combination of letters, any word that has DIE in it. I wonder if it needs updated, Laura. That's the only thing I can think of. And that's got that YouTube algorithm there. I've got nothing into that. I can't override that. So there's literally nothing I can do about it. Which is awful because that's my best friend's name. Yeah, it is. Right, of course you don't want to do it right now, but maybe it's an update or a setting or something. I don't know. Technology is weird. Sometimes you just look at it funny and threaten it and it starts working again. Y'all have to know I have a sense of I have a sense of humor, you know. Nikki. Manny Live. I start using alternative names in here. I wish I could figure out YouTube, but there are just some things that remain a mystery. You know, we were talking the other day, I got into a chat about how YouTube favors channels that have faces, that have your face shown on the screen. And I just thought, you know, that's rather unfair to women who don't want stalkers who don't want the negative comments in the comment section about how they look or what they're wearing or anything of that nature. And I think YouTube needs to reverse its stance on that and stop favoring it in the algorithm. Shouldn't matter whether your face is on the screen or not. But it does, and it's apparent that it does. Hello, Jane. Because there are some absolutely trash channels out there that get a lot of views, and you're sitting here scratching your head when you see it. I know you do. Why did YouTube show me this? This is not quality entertainment. This is drivel. This makes no sense. Guaranteed it's because there's a person in the video. Of course, you know, YouTube is not going to, I don't think, outright admit that that's what they do. But it's obvious as a creator that that's what happens. There are videos that get ranked higher than they should just because they've got a face of somebody in them. That's why green screens are so popular, where you have the person just down here in the corner and all they're doing is maybe commenting on whatever happened in that video. Why do I care about your opinion? Who are you, random person? You know, they're reacting to this or that or the other thing. I don't get it. Give me some original content. But because their face is in there, hi Joe. Right. I'd rather see what somebody is working on. Trust me, I have an expressive face. I make all the faces. I'm over here this whole time when I'm talking to you guys. I promise you, I am looking up in front of me like you all are sitting right in front of me. I lift my head up, I stop coloring, I gesture, I do the whole 9 yards. But I don't have $1,000 to invest in equipment to make it so that you can see that. You know? And that's dumb. Dumb way to prioritize videos. And I'll call them out on it. It's stupid. Probably another reason why I'm not ranked higher is because I criticize them when they're failing. I do praise them when they do something well. But on this one, they have missed the mark. They have forced women into uncomfortable situations that they don't want to be in, that they shouldn't have to be in. You can have good content and never show your face. Yeah, it's an algorithm trick. And honestly, I have watched streams, and if there's somebody in the stream and they're showing me their face, I am looking at their face and not whatever it is that they're doing. Kind of negates the point, you know? Because that's what we've been taught. You know, when a newscaster gets on there, you look at their face first, and then whatever else it is that they're showing you. Back in the olden days, a lot of the time the news was just the person standing there reading something to you. There wasn't no pictures involved. Back in my day. Yep, I'm feeling old today. But I think they need to stop prioritizing by that factor. There's only so much screen real estate you've got. And I'd rather do it showing people my setup, you know, showing them my work, letting people be able to read the chat on the screen during a replay. I can't tell you how many people love that factor right there, the fact that I've got the chat coming up in the background. That has been mentioned to me as one of their favorite features of my channel, time and time again, when they can read that chat back there too. I kid you not. As weird as that little feature is, people love it. Consistently. And when I do, I know horizontal streams are more popular. When I do them, they're terrible. I hate doing them. I love my vertical format. If I had this on horizontal and I had this up there where you could still see the chat, if that was possible, you wouldn't be able to read the chat because there would be stuff on the screen. Funny how that works. I think we need some flowers. We need to put some flowers in.
With the interstate at a quarter past 3. Gas station call, nobody called. AM radio buzzing, preacher half out of rain. Paper cup.
I think what we're gonna do.
Black top humming on the wall outside. School air rolling through the open side. Didn't know what I was looking for. Just knew I needed quiet more.
I didn't grab beige out. I did not grab beige out. Why'd y'all let me forget beige? Where is beige? Some of the history videos I watch have the narrator's face for the intro and outro, but the rest of the video is historical pictures or AI animations. Yes, I've seen those, Nikki. Yeah, I use my tablet often to read chat, but 9 times out of 10 I notice it on the screen before I notice it on my tablet. And it's way easier to read it for me to read it on the screen. If I miss something, I'll look over at my tablet. See? My tablet. Maintenance was there. All right. I found beige. Yeah, I don't like streaming horizontally at all. I hate it. Isn't that weird? Even when I watch it back, I don't like this. It's boring. It's boring. It is absolutely boring for me. I hate it when it's just the picture. I don't know. Yes, it's a TV screen. It's a 50-inch TV screen, I think. 40-inch TV screen. Yes, absolutely it does, Nikki, because it registers that there's a real person in the video.
smaller this heart became. Till I parked beside a riverbank and let the silence say my
I even noticed that when I put up a horizontal on my TV screen, I don't look at the whole screen anyway. I only look at the middle part. I only look at the very middle. My eyes are not wandering all over the big old 40-inch screen. I look in the middle of the screen. So why put anything there? That's just me. I know I'm weird that way, but I notice it's the same way a lot of times when I play video games. I notice what's in the middle of the screen, and the rest of the screen I'm not even looking at. It's rare that I stop and admire the whole view. And some games like Fortnite, you really should admire the wider view to see where the enemies are, but I often don't look over there, and then all of a sudden I wonder why I got hit. You're trained to look in the middle of the screen. You're not trained to look at all over the screen. But in this case, it gives you some cool things to look at too. Makes for a colorful background. And I hold my picture up often enough for people to look at up close. I'm good with it. I much prefer it this way. Down the hallway, blow a little my feet at the door. I think of time, but I can't pretend. Here comes trouble again. You get out of here, meanie. Go. Go. You're the one that caused the problem. I know you are. Because you're the one eyeing what's on the floor. And I'm not going to have you under my feet right now. Our big female who is the head of the pack is the one who made the mess. I know she is. Because she's in here eyeing what's on the floor at my feet. Our presence on vertical, by the way, is very, very strong. I prefer drawing dead people, thank you. Hi, Evie. No, I don't do portraits. That's a joke. I am a big fan of Halloween, though, if that counts. I prefer Mother Nature. This is a book by Karen Myers called The Mystical Lands of Uchana. She is actually the one who drew it. I am just adding the color. Maybe coloring ain't deadly. Maybe magic's for small feet. Running circles through careful plans. Leaving smears across my hands. What's a picture without a flaw? What's a page without a pause? Just adding color. There is more to coloring than just adding color. There really is. That makes it sound too simple of a process. Get out of here. Go, go, go. We just spent about 6 weeks going through a beginner's course, proving that it's not just coloring. We looked at all the different aspects of coloring, from the very beginning of how do I pick out my pencils, to what's the difference, to the details of shadows and shading. We went through everything step by step. Everything that my little brain could handle anyway. Friday, we're going to be starting on Schoolhouse Rock for all of our kids and all the big Schoolhouse Rock. I've got the Schoolhouse Rock coloring book. You can get it on Amazon. I found mine at Ollie's. And I'll probably be doing some marker work in that book. I've still got to pull that out. It is in my drawer right down here. You know, though, there used to be people that did draw dead people after they'd passed away, so the family would have a memory. That was before the time of photographs. And it used to be very, very popular when photography first came about, that they would take pictures of the dead people, of the deceased, so that they could remember them. A lot of old photographs that you see of people, or especially of babies, they're actually deceased in the picture. Isn't that creepy? I'm not sure I would have wanted to get in on that side of things if I'd have lived back then. And of course, there are other cultures that won't allow you to capture a picture of their face at all. Nope, that's Friday. Tuesdays for, gosh, over a year now have been all about Karen Myers. Yeah, the babies were propped up after death, Jane. Exactly. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could participate in that. I mean, I know it's a sweet memory and all, but it just... There are a lot of reasons that I don't do portraits. Okay? Number one, I don't enjoy them. And number two, yes, if I wanted a picture of somebody, I would take a photograph. But it's not my job to capture somebody else's soul on paper, you know? Yeah, and some people do that, Nikki. Some people do find it comforting, but it disturbs me as well. I know another friend of mine, her mother passed away, and I took some pictures at her funeral, because I thought she would want them, and I was right. And that's the one and only time I've ever done that. I found it disturbing. She found it comforting. So, you know, portraits to me are a specialized form of art that you have to have the heart for. And I don't think that I'm at that level of privilege that I think I can capture somebody's soul on paper. So I don't do portraits. Because if I just wanted a picture of them, I'd take a picture with camera. So I don't do people. I am much more in tune with nature and capturing the spirit of nature. You know, wildflower patch. Looks like it could have it looks like it could actually exist, you know. Boy, you got your eyeballs over here. You think that all the treats are on the floor that you also drug down. Well, unfortunately for you, none of those spilled. What's over here is just regular cat food, lady. Jane likes to do collage portraits that aren't the person's likeness, but shows their loves, likes, habits, and hobbies. Oh yeah, that's totally different, I think. Those are cool. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Kind of giving it a little bit of a mystical kind of feel here. Kind of get a moonlight going on. We're down to just this bottom little bit here now. And it is hot, 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 hot here today. I think they said tomorrow is the first day that we're going to break 90. Yeah. Hug the world with unwashed feet. You know, not everything is every artist's jam. You know, not every form of art is every artist interested in. And that's okay. You don't have to like doing anything. You don't have to enjoy it. You don't have to do it. If there's a subject that you don't like coloring, don't color it. You know? Just don't do it. Don't waste your time doing stuff you don't enjoy. And a photorealistic colored pencil will generally take you between 80 and 100 hours. All right, Jane, I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hello, Mandy. I love you. But just because I don't like doing portraits doesn't mean you can't enjoy doing portraits, all right? Let me clarify that. And I'll probably even say I don't like doing people. I'd rather go do another sunflower. It does not excite me in the least. I got no love for it. That's just me. I wonder if we're going to get another pop-up shower today. Sky is kind of looking like it. We've got a heat advisory for tomorrow. Well, it says rain not coming in till 8 o'clock, but heat advisory tomorrow. Yeah, I don't enjoy it. And I I don't enjoy it. That's just all there is to it. I just don't. I don't even wish I did. I've got too many interests as it is, you know. Got a few flowers over here to do. But we do have a retention rate on the vertical higher than average. People stay longer on average on my vertical than the average vertical stream. So I'm happy about that. If it works, I'm not going to mess with it. Yeah, and Nikki is good at it. Better than I am. I have seen a few of Nikki's. She does enjoy coloring people. I do not. She can have at it. I will do all the sunflowers in the world. It's just one of those things I don't enjoy it. I never have. Can I do them? Yes. Do I enjoy it? Absolutely not. And it shows, I think. You can have something be technically correct and boring as heck to look at. And that's mine. I don't think there's any interest there. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I ain't got time in my life. I know a lot of people wish that I did do portraits, but I don't. A photorealistic portrait, though, is often going to cost you 80 to 100 hours in colored pencil. I'm talking about an 8 by 10. Of course, other forms take less time than that, but on average. And there are some artists who go live and do sketches of their audience. I knew what she was talking about. I made a bad joke instead. Because it's obvious I'm not doing that right now. Sherry's done one portrait and she was so stressed out it was not worth it to her. See? Especially like, okay, if you know the person and they want you to draw a picture of them, we don't see ourselves how other people see us. The picture that you have in your mind is absolutely nothing what you actually look like. And that's why when you see pictures of yourself, you go, I don't look like that. Honey, yeah, you do. I promise you, you do. But in our own minds, we don't look like that. And I don't like getting into that with people. You know, caricature is a whole different story when you do a caricature of somebody. That's not the type of art we're talking about here today. Vicky. Yeah, in my mind, I'm still 18 years old. I got the gorgeous hair and everything. But reality ain't that. Oh, pardon me. It's the same way we don't have the same voice that we hear out of ourselves. It's nowhere near what your voice actually sounds like. That's why recordings sound weird when you listen to them. Because you don't hear the same thing that everybody else hears when you speak. Yeah, Nikki, I'm sorry. You're not 18 years old either. It doesn't mean you're not beautiful. You are, and I love you. Everybody gets old. Everybody gets old. That's the way it goes. Well, how about this? Not even that. The lucky ones get old. I think that's more accurate. But we all change constantly throughout our lives. Whether we want to or not. That's just the way life goes. And in a way anymore. Oh, Nikki, you are drop dead gorgeous. I am still jealous of your skin. You have the prettiest skin on the planet Earth, okay? And the way your eyes light up against your skin when you are happy. Oh my goodness. Stop. Oh. You have like the perfect balance between hair color and eye color and skin color. I love it. And I know you were just lucky that you got born that way. I know this. But it still looks gorgeous. Yeah, exactly. Dude. You are. That's what you don't realize. I promise you. But we all get old and we all feel like we look ugly and we don't. I promise you that. We just got older. Your mom had fabulous cheekbones and you got her cheekbones. And her awesome, well, you got her awesome quality of skin. She always had the prettiest skin on her face. And you got that from her. Me, I got my dad's oily skin. So there was no hope for me. And I got freckles on top of it. I saw a picture of me. I know you don't see it, honey. You're in that time of change. You will. You'll come out the other side. When I was out kayaking the other day and I was in the full sun, y'all should have seen how many freckles came out. Oh my goodness. I was a freckle farm. And Nikki, I'm going to tell you that's normal. The way you're feeling is actually normal. The majority of women, when they hit that age, feel that way. I did. And that was the age that I hit. That's when my marriage broke up. Oh, thank you. Well, my Grandma Clemens is the only one that made me feel good about having freckles. She would tell me, look at how many angels kissed you. When I was real little and I hated them. Why do I have these and nobody else does? Nobody else I knew had freckles. Grandma, why do I have red hair? Grandmas are good at making you feel better about yourself. I miss her so much. Hello, Kobe. How are you today? Yeah, I know. I hate autocorrect too. You've got them on your arms, wanted a few more in your face. I didn't. When I was young, I tried everything I could to cover them up. Now I don't care. He's getting there, Kobe. Thank you very much. Oh yes, I didn't tell everybody. Thursday, my dad fell and bruised his ribs. We didn't know they were only bruised. Sunday, I finally talked him into going to the ER. We had the x-rays done. My dad's ribs are bruised and swollen a bit. And it's given him some trouble breathing and getting around. But they are not cracked. They are not fractured. And I'm glad we know that. The doctor did give him some muscle relaxant and some pain medicine to help ease the pain. And he said it could take between 1 and 4 weeks to heal up. Exactly, Kobe. Nothing broken. So he's been taking it easy. He hates taking it easy, but he doesn't have a choice. And I feel bad because he was moving the kayaks that I asked him not to move, and he poo-pawed me off and said he could move them just fine, and then he ended up tripping over something in the process. So he's not to touch the kayaks again because he's an old man, you know. Old men don't realize they are old men. I will move the kayaks, you know. Laura and I are perfectly capable of moving and loading the kayaks and unloading the kayaks when we go out. But of course, I'm his baby girl and he wants to help me, so what can you do? You just say, thank you, Dad. I'm sorry you're hurting. Let's get you looked at. Let's make sure it's not anything life-threatening. You know, things can be painful without being life-threatening, but it's not life-threatening, thank goodness. Because that's what I was worried about with his trouble breathing. Yeah, exactly, Laura. Yeah, and he was doing something he's done a million times, Kobe. That's it. You know, yeah, he is, Laura. Yeah, he really is. But he'll get better. It'll just take some time. Yes, you probably will be, Kobe. See, that's it. You've been... By the time you get my dad's age, my dad is 79. My dad has been to war. He was in Vietnam. You're not going to tell that man what he can and cannot do. You know, he's been through it all in life. And just because he's older, he's not ready to give it up. You know, these are things that he's been doing for years and years and years. And you got to love that spirit. And I do about him. But Dad, please let us do it, you know. There will be a day when I will need to have somebody else do it for me. But right now, if I've got Laura, we can do it. It is harder for me to do it by myself anymore. But with Laura, we got it down pat. Yeah, see? Yeah, my great uncle was in the Korean War too, so. And my grandfather was stationed actually in India in the Korean War. Believe it or not. And the only thing he ever talked about, because, you know, men of that age don't actually talk about the experiences that they went through. I had a project once for school, something to do with the veterans. And the only story that he would tell me was about the rickshaws over in India, about how people used to pull other people around in the carts. That is sad, Kobe, but he's still watching over him. Good for him, Sherry. Good for him. Yes. Everybody in life needs help at one point or another. Nobody is free from that. Even when you don't want to admit you need help, everybody does. Everybody needs help at one point or another. And that's the thing, is most people are more than happy to help. Most people that you know, if they can help you, they will. You know? All you gotta do is say something and pick a time. And even strangers, when you're out and about, more often than not, if you need help with something, and I had to learn this too, they're more than happy to help. Or at the very least, they won't tell you no. He might have been Nikki, I forget. I know he was stationed in India for a while, though. I know that's where he was. Might have been World War II. I know Uncle... Uncle Charles, great Uncle Charles, was Korean. And he did actually talk about it a lot with his family. But a lot of men back then, they didn't talk about it, and they still don't talk about it. About what they did or where they went or what happened or anything like that. It's one of those things they don't talk about often. My dad worked on radios in the Vietnam War, and the only thing that I remember him talking about really is the fact that for 3 days in a row, he traveled. He would go to one place, fix their radio, and then move, and then the next day it would be bombed where he just was. And that happened 3 days in a row. Yeah, he could get whoa-whoa over there. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? And, you know, that was back in the day of AM radio. And AM radio does still exist. It's just a lot of people don't listen to it anymore. And there are very few stations anymore. But my dad repaired the communication radios. And 3 times they bombed the place the day after he left. And of course, my mom didn't know all this, you know, while she was at home. And letters would take forever, and phone calls were few and far between. And I am grateful for all of our veterans. I really am. I don't even know how we got on that subject today, but that's all right. Well, the birds are telling me it's not going to rain right now. I kind of wish it would to cool things off. Whew. You know, sometimes it doesn't always work, though. Sometimes it rains and it gets more humid out. Nikki says they also restricted how far the signal is allowed to travel, which I think is dumb. I agree with that. Hello, Noah. How are you today? Your great-grandpa was stationed in Korea, but your grandpa doesn't know where. I understand that. Laura likes quick 5 minutes or less just to help the garden. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing all right today. It is very hot and humid where I am. I will be grateful to go in the house later and cool off. I don't have air conditioning out here. I am sweating a lot today. I got my lemonade. I'm about ready to go in and get another cold drink, though. My lemonade has gotten warm. One of these days I might have a refrigerator out here, but today is not that day. Like it never got old. I am my mother's freestyle soul. Walking barefoot where the river rolls. So she now losing me. Wild and calm as a tallest tree. You know, we were talking earlier about doing portraits. And I think some people have the drive to do it and others do not. Just it's not in us. I'm still thinking about that. Why don't I enjoy them? You know, all the different reasons why I don't. And I think people that do enjoy it have a different drive. And that is missing in me. I don't find it fun. You know, I've been doing art for 30 years ish. And nope. I have a book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain that is an excellent book. And one of the exercises in it to help you learn how to see is a portrait of yourself at the beginning of the book and at the end of the book. It's one of the lessons. Guess who never did those lessons because I found them so boring. 81, 82, 85. 85 right now. Yeah, you like coloring but drawing, no thanks. Yes. Oh, this is not mine, Noah, but thank you. This is The Mystical Lands of Uchana by Karen Myers. I'm just coloring the page. Mandy says the 79 here just had a tornado warning, right? And Mandy doesn't like coloring portraits either. I don't blame you. I just don't. I can't explain it more than I just don't. You know? Other people can do them. I will do their sunflowers, they can do my portraits, you know? Of course, the artistic biker likes to draw a little bit of everything. And some people are that way too. Art is such a big subject that if you don't narrow it down, in what you do, you're not going to have time for any of it. You know, if you constantly are flipping subjects and doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that, doing this, doing that, slow down. Oh, awesome, Noah. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Noah has us on while he's cleaning. I love that. I make great background noise. I make videos that you can intentionally put on in the background and just watch me color to music too. I haven't done one of those in a while. I need to do another one of those. where you can just sit and watch me color and no talking, just music. So you can even turn the music off and play your own music if you want. I've not made one of those videos for a minute now. Mostly due to lack of time. Mostly due to it's not a high priority. I've done lots of them.
Back to the earth, back to the trees, breathing in the sunlight, exit with the breeze. Let's in our pocket, pouring our soul, open our minds, let freedom take hold. Back to the earth, back to the earth, back to the land, free in the heart, free in the hand, peace in the middle, sky above, love, living with nature, living with love.
Kobe, what do you think of the new season of Fortnite? With the new sprites. I think they add a new dimension to the game that I'm really enjoying. Being able to customize your character in that way. You know, we haven't had a lot of ability customizations in Fortnite. You know, pretty much every character has the same abilities, blah, blah, blah. They may look different, but, you know, they all shoot the same guns. They all use the same weapons. It's not like it's not like in Dungeons and Dragons where your druid shouldn't be caught using metal anything, you know. Overall, I really like it. And by the way, I met somebody yesterday. Yesterday was his first day ever on Fortnite. So guess who was up way too late showing him a few things? And suddenly I felt like an expert in Fortnite next to somebody who knows nothing. And that was kind of nice, you know? I don't know everything there is to know about Fortnite, guys. I really don't. There are people out there who know much more than I do. But next to somebody who knows nothing, I knew a lot. You know? So that was a lot of fun last night. But like I said, I stayed up way too late doing that. But you know, when they're fun to game with, you don't want to stop for the night. It's awfully hard. When they're a good team player, it's hard to stop playing.
Some folks run straight line, counting every hour. But she sits beside the river, watching dragons fly flowers.
I thought he was pulling my leg at first, and he wasn't. You know, I thought he was teasing me, but no, he really didn't know a lot of things. Like he didn't know you can open up ammo boxes and get ammo out of them. You know, that sort of thing. Ha ha ha. Laura says I stay up way too late just not being able to sleep. Then I sleep in too late and it's a bad pattern in the summer. Yes, it is. Hi, Joe. How are you today? Fart night. Yes, I know. You don't care for fart night. I met somebody brand new who'd never played before last night, Joe, and that was fun to show him some things.
Maybe she'll head west tomorrow. Maybe she'll stay right here. Either way, the road keeps going. Anyway, she understands. She's painted her own path to the top, and strong every time by hand. Laying down the road through the open fields right across this wonderland. If trouble talks behind her, she just lets it pass on through. She's living light and easy. Wow. Just a brush of road and the freedom she can.
All right, Laura. Thank you for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Haha, yeah, that's why I was not awake this morning. It's all right, Joe. You know, you could watch the whole thing and never say a word, and I'd be happy that you were here. Yeah, technology is a pain in the butt sometimes. Yeah, I was up till 3 o'clock. Well, after I was up playing until 3 o'clock. Then I was on Hillbilly Stream for about an hour. And then I finally fell asleep sometime after 4. I'm a good night owl, I tell you. Tonight probably going to be pretty much like the same because it is hot and muggy here like crazy. I don't know that I'm going to be sleeping real good tonight. We have a heat advisory for tomorrow. Going to be up in the 90s. I rarely see 6:30 in the morning when he's on. I really do. I rarely see it. That is prime sleeping time for me. I slept so hard that the cats got into the food and scattered food all around the floor down here at my feet last night, and I didn't hear a word. And I know who did it, because she keeps trying to come in and come over here to eat it. Because I haven't had a chance to clean it up. Because, you know, I slept until 11. Ouch! You did not.
Little sparks drifting at our feet.
Ow! I am so sorry. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Joe injured his hand the other day. For those that don't know.
through the quiet air, no one's rushing anywhere. Long summer nights by a campfire glow, sketching out
Pretty bad.
coloring skies in purple and gold, telling our stories the way they're told. No plans, no rules, just pass the page. Every line feels like we don't age. If this ain't freedom, I don't know what is. Just us in a moment like this. Some colors mountains, some on the
This is one of those songs that I imagine us doing, guys. You know, we're all around the campfire. You're doing this thing, you're doing that thing, I'm doing this thing, and we all just having a good time. Hi, Rumpelstiltskin. How are you today?
smiles and colors we keep. Fire burns low, but we stay right here. Every second's crystal clear. Long summer nights by campfire glow, sketching out places we might never go. Coloring skies in purple and gold, telling our stories the way they're told.
There's something about a campfire. It smells like somebody's got a fire going. Funny I say that, and it smells like somebody's got a fire going. Might be the neighbors.
Need for words when the pencils move. Every color's telling truth. Ash drift down.
And Laura and I have actually sat down around the campfire together and colored.
Long summer nights by campfire glow, sketching out places we might never go. Coloring skies in purple and gold, telling our
We do need to do some campfire coloring. Again, I don't have the area cleaned up yet. It's been raining way too much this spring. I'll get there eventually.
color pencils in a worn-out tin. They'll come back and color.
If the heat keeps up, we'll be coloring outside without the fire, though. Whew. I am warm. Yeah, it's I feel so bad for him. We're gonna throw some lime peel in the mix. Coloring my little froggy on my page. Catch it if you can. Catch it if you can. Clap your hands, raise your voice, sing it loud, make the choice. Every moment, every song, happiness is where we all belong. again. Go away, fly. We don't want you. I like that. I like that. That's pretty spiffy looking. You ready to go home? Today is dumb. I'm sorry. Well, it is 3 o'clock. I'm gonna take a quick break. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go get a nice cold drink. Get up, stretch my legs for a minute. And I will be right back.
let it be. Follow the cracks through into rainbow, until it lands. I'm scared to show. World said slow down, but my plan said go. So I worked every chance, even moving slow. Didn't have a map, just a spark in my chest. Every doubt, every fear I put up to the test. Fell down hard, then to get back up. Shaking hands in an empty cup, and the road stretched out and the air felt thin. I learned how to breathe, I learned to begin. One breath, one moment, one step at a time. From barely surviving to touching the climb. I'll be right here, can you hear that roar? Dreams turning real like never before. One breath, one moment, one step at a time. Knocking my door, came voices I didn't know I was waiting for. Y'all saw something I couldn't see. Spoke life into dust, brought it back to me. I showed up strong when I couldn't stand. Reached through the dark and you took my hand, and then came laughter loud and unplanned. Woke up a part of me I didn't understand. Every joke, every spark you gave, lit up the pieces I tried to save. When I lost my voice, when I lost my way, y'all were the reason I chose to stay. One breath, one moment, one step at a time. From barely surviving to touching the climb. I'll be right here, can you hear that roar? Dreams turn real like never before. One breath, one moment, one step at a time. If you're standing at the edge right now, thinking you'll never figure it out, just take one breath, don't look too far. You don't need wings, just a beating heart, and you don't have to walk alone. Even if it starts that way at home, there's a light that finds you in the night, in the most unexpected light. One breath, one moment, one step at a time. From barely surviving to owning the climb. I'll be right here, can you hear that roar? Dreams turning real like never before. One breath, one moment, one step at a time.
Woo. Hello, Whiskey Creek. Whew. Just got back from getting me a drink, a nice cold drink. I tell you what, it is so much cooler in the house than it is out here. I'm in a sweat box. And I'm throwing pencils. Through the tall green grass, morning sun warming her back as it fell. Hair tied up It is harder to go in and out. We've had one train today. Only 53 there. Oh, I would rather have that. It is 85. We've only had one train go by today. Maybe it was missing you. Wow, it is hot in here. I didn't realize how hot it was until I went in the house.
She bends with the wind when the weather turns hard. Still finds a bloom in the roughest yard. Oh, Ivy, heart open wide. Got room for everyone by her side.
This was Karen's first coloring book that she ever made. And I can't believe we picked it. We didn't do that intentionally, but I think it's cool that we did.
She smiled and handed them back their pen.
Coloring books do not go out of style. Does not matter when they were made. Especially in Amazon, you know, in today's Amazon age where they can just print you a new one whenever you want.
She stands around like a wounded bird. If she stumbles once on uneven ground, she gets back up without a
Order them and color them. If you like what is on the page, order it, color it. Have fun with it. We're almost done with this page. Can you believe it? Oh man, that was quick, Whiskey Creek. All right, have a beautiful day, my friend.
No need for silver, no need for gold. She gathers stories away from home. Every stray dog and wandering soul finds a little peace in her steady hold. Oh,
Ivy, out in the open air. This kind of looks like a feather, you know.
tough as the oak of genuine care. She bends with the wind when
Is it really? I don't know.
still finds a bloom.
But that's what it reminds me of.
Oh, Ivy, heart open wide. Got room for everyone by her side. Ivy in the open air. Ivy, she's still standing there. Yeah, let it roll now. Walk up to the kettle singing on the stove. Bare feet on the wooden floor, feel the morning glow. Neighbor plays a record from a crack no sleep. Just take it easy, brother, you got room to breathe. Sun comes through the curtains in a golden light.
But we're going to do something like that over here.
I don't need a fortune, I don't need a throne. Got a patch of earth and a heart
blessing that's around. Oh, like water on thirsty ground. Your neighbor let grudges go. Steady and slow. Life is a blessing, can't you see? It's in you and it's in me. Welcome back, Jay. Hope you've had a beautiful day. Gotten a lot done since you were gone. We don't have much to go, really. Life is a blessing, pass it around. Pour like water on thirsty ground. Love your neighbor, let grudges go. Live your day steady and slow. It's in you and it's in me. I tell you what, my pencils are telling me it's hot out here today. Pour like water on thirsty ground. Love your neighbor, let grudges go. Live your day steady and slow. Life is a blessing, can't you see? It's in you and it's in me. Please find your rest in a little peace. Isn't that so important? Find your rest in a little peace. Life is too busy. We often need to slow down and just enjoy it, even on the hard days. Maybe even especially on the hard days, you know? I know, bring your book up some more. There we go. Down on my feet. I'm going to sharpen this. The pencils today are very soft because of the temperature in here. So they're kind of mushy. No one owns the air I breathe. Anyway, the super soft pencils are extra soft today. It's kind of more like, yes, they'll get eaten up faster because of that. Exactly. Ladies know what a an eyeliner pencil is. This kind of feels like an eyeliner pencil today. Really soft and mushy. Yeah, less resistance, exactly. That's what they're doing to me today, so I got to be careful. And they have needed more frequent sharpening, and they're going duller faster. Yeah, if you want to make your pencils last longer, stick them in the freezer. That'll harden them right up. But it makes them melt together nicely today. That's the plus side. Makes them very blendy. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, if you find you're using up your pencils too fast, you can throw them in the freezer, firm them up. They'll last longer. Absolutely. The opposite is true too. If you want your page more saturated, go out in the sunshine in color. Especially with Prismacolors, they will just melt right on the paper. And suddenly you feel like you're doing one of those wax pieces with the wax paper and the crayons. Did you ever do that when you were a kid? You would shave crayons and put it between two pieces of wax paper and then put the iron over it, and all of a sudden the colors would all melt together. And then you'd frame it up in a stained glass window sort of thing. Did y'all make those when you were kids? Maybe it was just me. But that's what it feels like today, and that's what it feels like if you put your Prismacolors out in the bright sunshine. They will melt. And on hot days like today, they get very, very soft. But you can also use that to your advantage, by heating them up with a blow dryer if you want. Maybe it's the middle of winter and they're too hard. Put it under a blow dryer. Be careful if you use a heat gun. You don't want to burn your pencils. You don't want to set them on fire. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, be careful. But yeah, blow dryer works great. It'll soften them up. But also, that's why it works to set your pencils out in the sunshine occasionally and let them sit out there and get soft, because the cores will remelt and it'll prevent breakage. So I firmly believe on occasion in letting your pencil set in the sunshine. Of course, let them cool down before you use them then. Especially if you want a pointed tip. Don't try to sharpen them when they're too soft. You won't get anywhere. Oh! Nikki took neon crayons and drew on her sister's black light bulb, and it was fun until it exploded. Oh my! Hi, Reaper. How are you today? That's a good one, Nikki.
I was number 200, jet black sleep. Top of every sketch, critics call me unique. Did portraits, outlines, dragons with flair. Till I could drop me once, I vanished somewhere. Oh, past rulers under blue, past the snap color pencil, missing its hue, down to the bottom of a drawer. Nobody checked with colors, folks got but never select.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. I am hot. I'm not gonna lie about that. I am burning up today.
Now I'm the pencil that turned to gray.
Well, I don't blame her for that.
Used to be sharp, now I'm worn and slow. From midnight to a softer tone. I used to define it.
I'm gonna sharpen a pencil.
If someone would pick me, I still could say I've got a little bit of love, even gray. There's a teal that complains it was too specific, a beige that insists it was always terrific, a lime that's loud but nobody agrees, and a silver that flakes if you breathe too deep, a pink that's too bright, a brown left ignored, a gold that sheds dust every time it's gone. We sit and we gossip about glory days in this land of neglected colored pencils, names. The red says kill, you still got somebody. Blue roses eyes, yeah, barely right, and I chuckle low like an old cartoon. Now I'm the pencil that turned to gray, living with colors they threw away. Used to be bold on a brand new page, now I just whisper my graphite age. I used to be picked at the start of the sketch, now I'm last resort, ain't a desperate fetch. But if you still need me, I'll find a way to send you word.
This song makes me feel bad, I tell you. All the neglected colors.
It's not a bad place to be with all little colors just like me. Not every line needs to loudly display. Some stories are better in quiet day. Now I'm a pencil that turned to gray, living with colors they threw away. Not every story needs bold display. Some need a quiet, thoughtful gray. I may not dazzle, I may not shout, but I fill the spaces they leave out. So open that drawer, don't turn away. There's magic hiding in the gray. Still got a place.
I feel like I should now do a piece just in grays again.
Still got a more. Still on the page. falls in the morning sun. Stretching slowly as just begun. She curls up right beside my knee, burning out a peace decree. Oh, caravan rolling slow on the rainbow bridge where the good cats go. Blanket fort and jasmine tea. Love is purring endlessly. Tie-dye tail on a gentle stem. Sunbeam dance on dandelion stem. Lighting the dreams of feline side. Hitching rides on butterflies. Her caravan rolling slow on the rainbow bridge where the good cats go. Blanket fort and jasmine tea. Love is purring endlessly. We don't chase school, we follow green. Nap beneath the cherry.
Sherry says that song makes me think about all the yellow pencils that she doesn't use. No new songs this week, unfortunately. That's all right. We've got over 2 hours of music, believe it or not. Oh, a bunch of yellow haters today. Reaper says the only color I don't use is yellow. Yellow is a very controversial color, even though it's the color of sunflowers. The wrong yellow will muddy your page faster than any other color. I'm really glad I've got sleeves today. Right? I get it. I used to hate yellow. When I was younger, I hated the color yellow. Absolutely despised it. Why would I want to use that color? And then I fell in love with coloring sunflowers. Sherry says there's 20 different yellows in her Art X colored pencil set, and she uses about 6. I would have preferred more greens, right? I would have preferred a wider variety of yellows in the Prismacolor lineup, which is weird, and I would have preferred more greens. I would have preferred less grays. I don't need, 8 or 10? Yeah, now I use all the yellows I can. I don't need 8 or 10 grays of the same hue in just slightly different shades. You know, we've talked about this though. I don't find it really necessary. I don't. break. No, half a dozen grays is not bad at all, Sherry. Yeah, every pencil feels differently. Every brand has a different feel to it. And it comes down to personal preference. Well, hi, Fluffy Butt. Haven't seen you for. Oh, and there you go. All right, he just came in to sniff and say hello, I guess. I know where he's been hanging out lately. He's been hanging out in a cooler place because he knows how to get there. Cats learn from each other, by the way. They absolutely do follow each other around and figure things out.
Mama's old Chevy humming through the trees. Sun coming up on a two-lane bend, coffee in a jar and the radio again. Mama's laughing with her elbow out the door, saying, son, this road's what driving's for. Gravel pops under worn-out tires, wind through the weed and the fence line wide. She taps the wheel to the rhythm of the band, says, ain't a better life than this open land. It's me, Mama, and dirt roads going along. Holding and playing a lonesome song. Windows down, dust in our clothes. Just me, Mama, and dirt roads. No clock to mind, know where we gotta go. Laughing while the tall grass bends slow. Just a small town boy where the red clay shows. Me, Mama, and dirt roads.
My dad and I were talking the other day, asking if we knew of any, how many dirt roads or gravel roads did we have left in the area. And that ain't very many anymore. They're not that common anymore. Not around here. And they used to be everywhere. Especially when my dad was growing up. Sometimes I think the modernization of roads led to our downfall. Is that weird of me to think that? Because everybody can get everywhere so much quicker now that you don't slow down and enjoy life enough. Ooh, that sounds good. Hello, Black Widow. Thank you. We're almost done with it. But I think the modernization of the, modern day roads, I think that pushed everybody to be hurry, hurry, hurry. I really do. Still a lot of dirt roads up your way, Reaper?
Sat down on the porch, sun kissing my knee. Can't sleep in the dark, sweating. Neighbor hums a tune, barefoot in the weed. We don't need much, just rhythm and soul. A little fresh air and a record on the road. Life's so jam, let it take hold.
We are all just too often in a hurry in life. That's why I like coloring, because it forces you to sit and slow down. You know what's funny? One of the new questions. I know you guys often don't see what's behind the scenes on YouTube, but there's a form that you have to fill out before you go live every time. And on my phone, one of the new questions today was, would you like suggestions for engagement during your live stream? So I said, sure. I have not seen one suggestion on my live stream this whole time. You've some in Arkansas, but they are not well maintained in some areas, right? Sherry says there was a lot of dirt roads in my area in California before I moved to town. I lived on a dirt road, right? We've already guessed that you lived out in the back 40 there. But it is surprising how many dirt roads there aren't anymore. What'd you talk about on your live stream today, Amy or Ivy? Oh yeah, I talked about the modernization of roads. That was not on my to-do list for today. I don't plan these things out. Yeah, the back 40 plus. I'm sorry, widow. You had a work night? I do. I think there's some merit to that. That not all modernization of things is a good thing. Not all modernization is a step forward. Not in my opinion, anyway. Every time you modernize, you lose something in the process. All right. About ready to go to bed, Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, you hate it when the city folks think there's nothing wrong with driving fast on dirt roads, yes. And they'll tear the roads up. Or have an accident, yeah. Absolutely. And then they cause an accident and they're going, what did I do wrong? I was only going blah blah blah. Well, that was the problem. Sunshine drips through the window pane. Then gentle rain. He's got a pencil. Oops, sorry. In love with colors. The vibe is the best colors. What comes alive? Streaming on YouTube. And watch the joy grow. Boy, I tell you, when it's this hot out, they really do slide. Whew. Brings harmony. No more chains, only sunshine after rain. Peace and love, let the whole world sing. Raise your hands, let the freedom ring. Colors blending, souls above. We are one in peace and love. Children laughing, rivers wide, echo every side. No division,
Peace and love, let the whole world sing. Raise your hands, let the freedom ring. Colors blending, souls above. We are one in peace and love. Turn the drum, let the fire light. Voices carry into the night. Every nation, every faith finds its home in love and grace. Peace and love, let the whole world sing. Raise your hands, let the freedom ring. Colors blending, souls above. We are one in peace and love.
Maybe I should call myself the messy colorist. Ah. Can't really read it there. I'm calling it done. I am calling it done. This is the Mystical Lands of Uchana by Karen Myers. Here is our Faerie Glayde picture. Give me a minute to put it in the right spot here. I am calling it done, 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 done. What a fun page this was. All right, let's do some close-ups. Of course, without hitting the light. There is our Faerie Glayde. Done, 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 done. What a great page that was. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sherry says she will be done with hers this week. No problem. Nikki, really, it's just practice. I've done hundreds of them by now. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Looked at the next page yet. If you guys want to join us in a buddy color in Rooms of Wonder with Joanna Bassford, with Hillbilly, with Hawaiian Hillbilly, that's at 9 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, Friday, except for he won't be there tomorrow because he's got surgery. We're currently working on the owl picture. That's as all as I've gotten done on it so far. Not a whole lot. But this is the page we're working on with Hawaiian Hillbilly if anybody wants to join us. Rooms of Wonder, Joanna Bassford. We'll be back at it on Friday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. I might not be there right at 9 o'clock, but I will be there. I am not a morning person. All right. Our next page. Thank you. I appreciate that. Our next page is going to be bum-ba-da-bum. The Shoe House. I've been wanting to do this one. I'm not going to start on it today, though. I want to pay more attention to it than what we have time left today. Yeah. What color will your shoe be? Pum, 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 pum. That's a lot to think about over the next week. I don't know yet. I don't know what color mine will be. Will it be red? Will it be blue? Will it be yellow? Will it be brown? Will it be purple? I don't know. You call dibs, Rumpelstiltskin. That's where Rumpelstiltskin wants to live, huh? This will be a lot of fun. Wonder who lives in the shoe house. Oh. After that, it's Hidden Hollow. We're not going to look that far ahead, though. But next week will be the shoe house. There's what we did today, the Faerie Glayde. We finished it up finally. Yeah, I was too. I was thinking that was much further along. That's one of the reasons why we chose this book. Oh. Oh, my arms. Moving around in my seat a little bit. One of these days I will have a proper desk set up. Today is not that day. Little money feet at the floor, paper down, but I can't pretend. Here comes trouble again. Tiny tracks and a color pencil way. Paper dust and a little mess, turning slippers into happiness. Life don't stay inside the lines. Love scribbles its own designs. Muddy cat paw prints and coloring. Yes, Sherry needs to do a fire boot because of her youngest son. I get that. There's something interesting. I haven't done a shoot for quite some time. So that's going to be a lot of fun for me. Little band is strolling by. Over trees and living with bloody ease. Upside down, best surprise I ever found. There's our house for the wee folk. Elvenshire. There is the Crooked House. And of course our lovely map that we did with coffee. If you have not started with us, that's all right. You can jump in where we are, catch up later. We welcome everybody to come color with us on Tuesdays from The Mystical Lands of Uchana by Kieran Myers. We'll be coloring it cover to cover. See, my cover's already showing wear. I love it. I know that bothers some people. It does not bother me to have that line there. It shows my book is well loved. Kind of like people get that way too, you know. We all get wrinkly. It just is what happens. There we go. Yours is well loved too. Good. You got your bone folder the other day? Awesome. For those of you that don't know, oops. This is a bone folder. Bone folder. It's made out of bone. I don't know what kind of bone. I got it a long time ago. It helps you fold your paper. It helps you make creases on your pages. It helps keep your book together. The first thing you did was tapped it to your teeth. I don't know why. Nikki says hers is ox. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember what mine is made out of. I've just had it for so long. I've had it for ages. It's easy to clean. It's got nice smooth edges on it, so you don't tear your paper when you're folding it. It's just very handy to have. It's easier than using your fingers. More consistent. Maybe you wanted to see if it was strong. I don't know. It is a fidget thing, though. It can be a worry stone. You know. It's very, very smooth. You can use it as a fidget toy. I spent months doing these kind of exercises. Drawing suns with crooked dots. Nobody told them lines were wrong. That's why their pictures still feel strong. For the way you grow, no perfect shade that you gotta know. You were trying to determine if yours was plastic, right? I think the bone has a weight to it that plastic can't replicate. I mean, this is not a lightweight tool. It's got some heft to it. But if that were plastic, it would be much lighter. For sure. Cherry is more white but heavy, right? I've had mine a very long time. That could be part of it. I don't know. I don't remember. It's just always been there. Lots of companies make them. Lots of places sell them. I've had it for so long, I don't remember where or when I got it. You know? It's just one of those things that I've had forever and a day. The colors that we used on this page. I didn't go over those, but let's do a final checklist of the colors that I used. Warm gray 30, French gray 70, French gray 90, powder blue, light cerulean blue, violet, sandbar brown, Mediterranean blue, marine green, olive green, peach, beige, light yellow, light umber canary yellow, Tuscan red, and lime peel. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 colors on this page. And Hoppy and Slash's Rainforest Color Swatch Sheet will be in my upcoming book, Ivy's Superb Swatches. Hopefully it's coming out in July. I'm putting the finishing touches on it, but this page will be in there for you to use on your own coloring pages. And I don't care if you photocopy it or not. That's up to you. After you get the book, if you want to make 50 copies of these pages, go for it. For your own personal use. You can either, store the colors in the book, or you can copy them and store them in the individual sheets. Keep your book for good and only make photocopies of the pages if you want. That's fine too. I don't care. Mine's going to end up being a conglomeration of colors. I know it will be. I know me. But it definitely helps to write down your colors on something, especially if you have time between sessions and you're like me, you put everything away and then you have to get it back out again later. If you've got a swatch sheet right there, you already know what colors you've already used on that page. That way you can just pick right back up where you left off. That's what's helpful about having swatch sheets. You can just write it right down. Sherry's had hers 10 plus years, right? And after a while, you just forget. You don't know anymore. I know how that goes. But with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up today. It is very, very hot here. I want to get into some cool air. My drink is incredibly warm by now. Next week, we will pick up. And we will be doing the shoe house. This was one of the deciding pages for getting this book. So I am excited to get it done and see what it looks like in my world. And in everybody else's world. I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day there. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you for the likes, for the subs. For the new people who were here today, if I told you a bad joke, I don't apologize. It was funny. I have a sense of humor. And I laughed. If you can laugh at yourself, you're having a good life, folks. My mom could never punish me by sending me to my room because I enjoyed being by myself too much. Sending me to my room? Okay. I got plenty of stuff to do in there. Yep. Thank you, Sherry. I will go cool off. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will see you on Friday at Hillbillies. I love you too. Nikki, I love you. Everybody else, I love you. Probably not as close to you as the other folks, but I do love you too. And thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, send me to my room. Oh, darn. That was not a punishment. It was not. Jay, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Again, there's our page from today, the Faerie Glayde. Have a beautiful day, everybody. I will catch you on the flip side. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.